Hi. I'll be discussing more along the lines of why there shouldn't be stricter laws on who can use and obtain guns. The first point I have is the impact it has on the law-abiding citizens. So when gun control laws are more heavily in place, it makes it harder for those who will use guns responsibly to obtain guns, while those who will obtain guns illegally, they will just find different routes to obtain guns. If a criminal wants a gun, they will get a gun. There are many ways that criminals could get around a background check. They could steal a gun, they could get it as a gift, they could have a friend or family member purchase it. There's many ways if they really want a gun. And another thing is that like I said, it puts heavier restrictions on those who want to obtain guns for either personal use or recreational use. So for those who want to use it for hunting or sports or such, it will be a lot harder. Looking at some statistics over the past 3 decades, violent crime rates have dropped by more than half, while the number of privately owned firearms in the U.S. has doubled in that same period. So just showing that correlation. When we have guns, we can better protect ourselves and criminals are more deterred. And along those same lines, the number of people carrying firearms for protection outside the home has risen to all-time highs, while violent crime has dropped significantly, like I said. And interestingly enough, when there are stricter gun laws, crime rates actually rise. Back in 2020, Chicago surged 50% in shootings and murders, and they have stricter gun laws. But let's see. So another point I'd like to cover is on government overreach. So the case of, Bondi versus Vanderstock. Although I'm not an expert on it, to what I understand is that a woman who was in law enforcement, who as a hobby used or built her own weapons and guns and all that. She lost the case, and in turn, it is illegal to build your own guns like that. And many believe that it is an overreach because it infringes on our right to bear arms. And it takes away, like that woman, it was her hobby to do that. when she was not going to use it in any malicious way. So it's hard to determine like what should be legal, what's overstepping, and all that. It's very complicated, but I'm no expert in that. But yeah, my last point is just kind of going back to that hunting and all that. For a lot of people, shooting guns, using guns, displaying guns, whatever, hunting, shooting, like I said, is tradition or falls into the category of gun culture. And many people love just showing off their guns. I know many people who just love guns and are obsessed with guns. So it's its own subculture, and making parts of that illegal or harder to obtain, many people feel that it again infringes on their rights. And many people believe that guns are a symbol of freedom and independence, because, I mean, we got to be able to protect our life and everything we hold dear. But yeah, that is all I have to say. So thanks for listening to my TED Talk.